station has emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Okay, nothing heard. We'll begin the net by taking check-ins. Please note that this net is being held on a system of linked repeaters. When checking in, please key your transmitter. Say this is, and let the wait for the links to pick up.
QQJ 242.
Call sign,
name is Marie. She is ID 128. And she is currently out of the area.
This is AG1YK, net control for the net. Any station can please call now.
Do I have any other stations? W1 through 150.
Gregory in Roxbury.
Okay, I have 129er Bob in Chicopee on the base, loud and clear, sir. Thanks for checking in. Joe 134 in Ludlow, loud and clear, sir. Also 120 Freddie in North Hadley, you are loud and clear. And I do acknowledge the relay for Marie, who is out of town. Moving along, groups 151 through 200. Please call now.
Okay. This is 156. It's Steve, West Barnes, on a base. WRTM 752.
Do I have any more stations? 151 through 200? Good evening, D156 in West Farms. You are loud and clear. Thank you for checking in, D. Stations 251 through 200. Excuse me, I'm sorry, got ahead of myself. Stations 201 through 250. Please call now.
This is November 1 India Victor Tango, Dan, 220, Commercial Power, WRKE 665. Good evening.
I have Dan 220 in Holyoke, Lima Charlie, sir. Loud and clear. Thank you for checking in. Stations 251 through 251 through 300. Please call now.
This is 293, Terry from South Windsor, WRUC 960. Hello, everyone.
Hey, good evening, Terry. You are Lima Charlie, loud and clear, 293. I'm not sure if there was another station in there. Stations 251 through 300. Call now. Moving to group 301 through 350. Please call now.
ID 305, running on solar power, backed up by two 100-amp lithium-ion phosphate batteries. I am talking on a Kenwood 801S, and my location is Chicopee, first personal check.
315, Ed, from East Hartford, WREI 544.
309, Bob,
Bob from West Springfield. WRWW 852 on a handheld.
At this time, groups 301 through 350, I have 305 Jack in Chicopee. Good evening, Jack. You are loud and clear. ID 309, good evening, Bob. In West Springfield, loud and clear, sir. Also, Eddie in East Hartford, you are loud and clear. Are there any other stations? 301 through 350. Net Control is looking for stations 351 through 400. Please call now. Moving along, stations 401 through 450. Please call now.
This is 444. Leon from Agawam. WRUK 498 on a handheld. Here is 413 WSAS 845 Scott Springfield on a bullpen handheld with my feet up. Four 402 Keith Chicopee Whiskey Sierra Alpha X-Ray 549. Good evening, all.
This is 417. Al from Avalon, WSED 457 on a handheld.
Listen. Control recognizes 402 Keith, Lima Charlie in Chicopee. Also 413 Scott Springfield, loud and clear with his feet up. 417 Al in Agawam, sir, you are Lima Charlie on that handheld, sounded good this evening. Also 444 Leon in Agawam, you are good and readable this evening. Thank you guys for checking in. Moving along, stations 451 through 500. Please call now.
We just watched a couple that were trying to get in with confirmation.
Auto Springfield. Today, Mark.
Hello, Mark. This is 460. Leo and Deb and Windsor Lock, WSTZ 373. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Beth.
At this time, I have 459er Allen in Springfield. Loud and clear, sir. Thanks for checking in now. ID 460 and 461, Deb and Leo in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. You are R9, loud and clear. At this time, any other stations, 451 through 500. Stations 501 through 550. Please call now.
ID 508 Jerry from Southwick on a handheld. WSFH 508. ID 507 in Hadley, WSF 676.
WRWQ 471.
At this time, I have 504 Steve in Agawam. You're loud and clear, sir. Also, 507 Bert in Hadley. Good and readable this evening. I also have 508 Jerry in Southwick. You are good and readable. Any other stations? 501 to 550.
523, John in Hamden, checking in for the last time. WSTA 453.
John, I do have you, sir. I apologize if I missed you. But I do have you. I have you good and readable there in Hamden. Moving along, 551 to 600.
Here he is. ID 555, Dennis in Springfield, WSHS 793. Here is 552, WSHHV 35 on a HT in South Hadley and Shelley.
Good evening, Dennis 555 in Springfield. You are loud and clear. Thanks for checking in. 552 Shelley in South Hadley. You are also loud and clear. At this time, I will take stations, missed or late stations. Please call now. Missed or late stations.
This is Whiskey Romeo Bravo Mike 651, Martha in Northampton, and I'm a new member and don't understand the ID system. Over.
Break. No problem, Martha. Did they send you a number, an ID number, a 3 number?
No, who would send that to me? I joined the Facebook group, but I wasn't sure what else to do. Over.
You would get in touch with Ralph on Facebook for a number, but if you're on Facebook, I will reach out to you and see what we can do. But I will look into that in regards to Ralph getting you a number.
Okay, thanks very much. Over.
And Martha, may I please have your call sign one more time?
Whiskey Romeo Bravo Mike 651.
And by the way, you are loud and clear. Radio sounds very good. And thank you for checking in. Any other stations, please check in now.
Hi, Mark. Good evening to you and everybody on the net. This is Kevin 265 WRQJ 330 from Indian Orchard on a handheld.
ID 265, Kevin in Indian Orchard. Lima Charlie, sir. Thank you for checking in. Next station.
I got another relay. And ID 322. He tried signing in, but he didn't realize his portable was on talk-around. But I heard him try to sign in, so I'm signing in for him now. He's out in the asparagus field picking asparagus.
Okay, Fred, I will add Tommy 322 as a radio relay. I also had another station in there. Didn't quite catch all of that. Please go ahead.
No, it was just me trying it again, but Freddie doubled over me because he. Yeah, all right. Very good. Thank you.
No problem, Tommy. I got you. And by the way, Lima Charlie in the fields. Thanks for checking in, Tom. Next station, please check in now.
True threats that are likely to. The chair of this
This
meeting,
is it.
after warning, reserves the right to terminate.
Yeah, it's 336 Brian from Holyoke on a base.
Chair of this
And Mark can have a relay for 347 Catherine.
which is not constitutionally protected because it constitutes true.
Absolutely, my friend. How are you? Very good. I have 336 Brian in Holyoke. You are Lima Charlie. And I will take care of the relay for Catherine, 347. Any other stations? Check in now, please.
WRBT 737 177 Bobby, East Long Meadow.
ID 177 Bobby in East Long Meadow. You are Lima Charlie. Thank you for checking in. Next station, please.
Any discussion further? All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries unanimously. First up.
Are there any other stations wanting to check in? Please check in now.
This is 444 WRQK 498 Leon from Agawam on the mobile, sitting in the driveway.
ID 444 Leon on the mobile. Lima Charlie. Thanks for checking in. Next station.
He's gonna. I make a motion to. Number. What motion? I need to take a motion for.
Okay, we'll go last call for check-in at this point.
This is what a walking bus is. Yeah, motion.
At this time, I'd like to thank you all for joining me this evening for another successful meeting. I'd like to also thank the administrators Alex 107 and Ralph 152 for their continued support. QMRS Radio in the Pioneer Valley. This concludes this week's check-in net. This is WRWT 225, ID 304. Have a good night, everyone, and stay safe. Thank you.
Nothing heard. Does anyone else have any questions or comments for the net? Please call in.
We don't have churches at all.
This is the W1TON repeater. TL127.3.
Which was me. I'll replace batteries. Batteries are not good also. Wait, I'm also going to replace the batteries on my own soon. Yeah. Not everybody. Just continue to check the alert because I need to check.
Okay, nothing occurring there being from further business. This concludes the Nara Net for May 7th, 2025. This net operates on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m.
Finally!
Nara and KB1 AEV link repeater system. This net is sponsored by the Northfield Amateur Radio Association, a 501c3 not-for-profit corporation, and our website is na1ra.org. I'd like to remind everyone that the Aries of Region 5 net will be heard on these Nara and KB1 AEV linked repeater systems following this net at 7:30. This is HE1YK Net Control. Thank you everyone who checked in this evening. The net is now closed. YK, this is WR1Z. Do you got me? WR1Z, this is HE1YK. Go ahead. I got an email in my Gmail account that was an informational change of email address notification, and it announced a change of email address to a very unknown type of address, but possibly legit, and it was to be associated with your call sign. And I do believe this is probably some sort of phishing and spam sort of thing. And I just wanted to ask you, would you like me to forward this thing to you so that you can see it, or should we just talk about it offline? But your choice. I wanted to make you aware of it. This is WR1Z. WR1Z, this is HU1YK. I'm taking a look at my email now, and I don't see any emails myself regarding that. So, well, yeah. Why don't you pass it along to me, Greg, and let me have a look at it, and I'll see if it makes any sense. I have had some problems lately with the now this is the Groups IO emails account that you're talking about. Is that correct, Greg? Over. It did not appear to be Groups IO. So, but after I finish the nets and get back down to the house and get back on the Wi-Fi connection, I'll be able to forward that email to you so you can have a look. I'll have another look before. If it looks like it's going to be dangerous at all, being retransmitted to you, I'll give you all the way first, and we'll move from there. So WR1Z. 1JGM. With that, I got some. If you hover over the name, it'll show you where it came from. And I've got them from several people in our club. They all came from an address that is TPS 388677 @gmail. I would just delete it. Don't pass it on. John, I think it is a Gmail address that had a different front-end header, but I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of it or something, and that way I can at least show Steve what it looked like. So, all right, thank you, John. This is WR1Z. Hello, I hope this message finds you well. Wondering if you're currently available. Greatly appreciated if you would reach out to my email address. Yeah, they're all spam mail. There were several that were put up in my filter today. This message was strictly a change of email address notification and nothing more. So it was. So, okay, well, we'll be careful, and if there's further information, we'll make light of it. This is WR1Z.
you to reply with a replacement email address. So that's why I said just delete it. You can always tell where it comes from if there's a name by just hovering over the name, and then it will show you who the actual sender is, the address. W1JGM. Very good. Thank you, John, for your input. And Greg, I did have to make a change to my email address on the group's IO account just recently. But that sounds like a good plan. Maybe you could just take a screenshot of it and send me the screenshot, just in case it is some kind of spam. Because we're getting more and more of that stuff now. Thank you, AI. Okay, we're almost to the Aries Net, so this is AG1YK. I'm going to be standing by for the Aries Net. Q with a comment? You got 30 seconds, maybe a minute, 30 seconds before the next net starts. Go ahead. And that is definitely a phishing thing that's been out there for a couple of days now. It's been all over the net. So definitely just delete it. I wouldn't even take a screenshot. Right, wait for the Aries Net. So why don't you just dump it, Greg? This is AG1YK. Clear with it, clear. AGM, net control 4, the Connecticut Region 5, Aries Net. The net will be starting at 7:30. Please stand by. If you need to use a repeater, please do so now.
What's question mark? My secondary phone? No. Just turn it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Down for the official name. Right, bullshit, Friday. Skyline, I believe.
This is the W1
TOM repeater. CO127.3. I got good news. They are no longer operating. They will continue operating until midnight. Apparently they are not. They are allowed to now I do have. Let's turn on video for right now so that you can see what it's up right now. We have my.
Before we begin the evening's net.
Over there.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mount Continental Radio Association Information Net. This is November 1, Foxtrot Delta. My name is Phil, and I control for this evening. Our net is held every Wednesday beginning at 7:30 p.m. Immediately following this net, we're here in the MT area.
7:04 p.m., Wednesday, May 7th. Tonight, partly cloudy.
Information of interest to amateur radio and handle traffic to familiarize participants with net operations and also conduct any other net business as deemed appropriate. All licensed amateurs, regardless of their affiliations, are invited to participate and encouraged to check in to this net with their traffic, common queries, or any other net business. This is a directed net roll call. Please stand by. This time we'll take check-ins with traffic comments or any other net business. First letter suffix Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
Okay, I'll do this in the upper market. Alright, I'll start out with stations for traffic. First letter suffix Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie. Please call now.
You'll not begin a general roll call stations with or without traffic or announcements. First letter suffix A, B,
Alpha, Bravo,
or
or
C.
Charlie.
Please call now.
Next one, station for traffic. First letter suffix Delta, Echo, Bravo, or Foxtrot. Please call now.
Nothing heard. First letter suffix D, E, and F.
6, Echo, Lima, Oscar, Martha in Northampton.
This is Whiskey Bravo 1, Echo, Mike, Echo, Dylan in East Hampton on battery power. No traffic. Good evening, Laura. I need your call again. Don't forget, this is a linked repeater. So when you key, literally give it a second or so before you start to stop. Okay? Please give me your call again.
Were you calling for Kilo 6, Echo, Lima, Oscar, Martha in Northampton for a second time? Over.
Yes, I was, and that was done absolutely perfectly. Thank you for being with us this evening. Welcome. And LBB, what? Dylan, good to hear you. All right, this is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie for the information. Taking check-ins, first letter suffix, GH and I.
This is November 1 India Victor Tango. Say again, November 1 India Victor Tango, Dan, Holyoke. No traffic.
Is there any stations with STS traffic or announcements? Please call now.
Goes in, and one IVT. Welcome. All right, next call group is first letter suffix JK and L.
This is Kilo Delta 1 Kilo Uniform. Ken in Chicopee. Commercial power. Negative traffic. Good evening, Phil. Good evening to all.
Here is Whiskey 1 Juliet Zulu Romeo. Gary here in Holyoke. No traffic. Commercial power. And let's say good evening to you, Phil. Good evening to all those on the net.
Welcome, Kitty 1K, Howdy Cat, and another member of the RLX group, W1JZR. Good evening, Gary. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, and control station for the Mountain Time Information Net. That's the name for check-ins. First letter suffix, M, N, and O.
This is November 1, November, Juliet X-Ray, Chris in Chicopee. Commercial power, 2 meter side. Good evening, Phil. Good evening to the net. Here is November 1, Michael Del Fox. Commercial power, Chicopee. Good evening, Phil. Good evening to the net.
Here is Kilo Bravo 1, November Golf Hotel. Scott in Springfield, running commercial power, no traffic. Good evening, Phil. Good evening to the net. Joined by N1 NJS, Chris, and 1FF. HF. I can read my own writing. Howdy do. And Scott's also here with us. KB1NGH. Okay, listening for check-ins. First letter suffix, PQ and R. Here is November 1, Papa Victor X-Ray, Stephen Westfield on the 2-meter side. Good evening, Phil. No traffic. This is Kilo 1, Romeo Lima Lima, Ray Westfield, no traffic.
I'll be there on the field, Barbara 1, November. Excuse me, dude. I know him well.
Welcome to Stephen 1 PDX K1RLL. Good evening, Ray. Hey, listening for check-ins. First letter suffix, FT and U.
Here is November 1, Sierra Foxtrot, Greg in Indian Orchard. Good evening to the net.
Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Triple Yankee, Brian in Springfield. Good evening, Bill. What's up?
This is the W1 TOM repeater.
Nobody had it.
127.3.
Load of Greg and 1SFF has joined us on KB2UZY. Brian, your sketch, your signal a little weak this evening, but you're into the repeater. Alright. Last call group is first letter suffix, VW, X, Y, and Z.
This is KC1, EWB, Kilo Charlie 1, Victor Whiskey Bravo, Gary in Southwest, 2-meter side, commercial power.
This is
On 2 meters, this is Kilo 1, Victor, Whiskey, Quebec, Danny and South Commercial Power. Just wrapping up the 10-meter round table.
Hey, man, I got the Kilo.
Any other traffic? Good evening.
I'm gonna turn to Kilo 1, Victor.
last call. The microphone correctly here. Welcome in, Jerry. Jerry, signal's a little weak this evening, but I have got you. So welcome, KC1WB, and hello to Danny, K1WB. Jacob, all right, are there any other late check-ins? First letter suffix, Alpha through Zulu. Are there any comments or questions? Please call now.
Late check-in, NL7FJ, Rich in West Springfield. Good evening, Phil, and good evening to everyone else.
Written on the log, NL7FJ. Last call. Any late check-ins? Alpha through Zulu. Any comments or questions? Comments or questions can be anything having to do with amateur radio.
A1 VWQ with announcement.
United K1 BWQ with an announcement. Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. And by the way, thanks for being so faithful with this net for the last decade or so. So I was just wrapping it up on 10 meters with Rich for the POTA 413 roundtable, and the announcement is we're probably going to take the summer off of June, July, and I think maybe August. So there'll be a little summer break in there for the 10-meter roundtable that we do with POTA 413. We usually use that roundtable to reach out to amateurs, especially those technician class, so they can enjoy some HF time and have conversation. But it's always a little slower in the summer, as you know, so I think we'll make a formal announcement that June, July, and August, POTA 413, the roundtable will pick back up again in the fall and September. And of course, that frequency is always on 28413, up or down depending traffic, and I guess let me look at the date. I guess there'd be 3 more roundtables before the break, so that's my announcement. Take care, and thank you, Bill.
Okay, the time is currently...
WQ, this is N1 FTC. Thank you for that announcement. You may want to inform the fellows on the Tuesday net also, because they do announce for those nets. Are there any other comments, questions, or late check-ins for this net? Please call N1 FTC.
N1 FTC, N1 SFF, question?
What you got, Greg? N1 SFF, N1 SFF. This is N1 FTC.
Hey, do amateur radio operators use Zulu time? Where'd that begin? How are we there?
Interesting question. This is N1 FTC. Zulu would be GMT, and that's just to have a simple, very simple standard, so everyone is using the same time. Are there any other comments on Greg's question? I'd be kind of curious myself if there's anything additional.
N1 IVT. I need permission from net control to answer. Over.
I said, please go, N1 IVT. What do you have for us? Over to you, sir.
Okay, you were blocked out probably because you were too quick on the mic, too. Anyway, add 4 hours during daylight saving, and add 5 hours when it's not the daylight saving time. So if it's 8 o'clock, it's midnight on UTC. Over.
4 hours.
Thank you for that. This is N1 FTC. The question was more to the point of why and when, and I do imagine the why was simply for logging, so all log entries would have the same time stamp on it, rather than the 24 different time zones. Are there any other comments or questions regarding that interesting question?
K1 VWQ. Yeah, thanks, Bill. I think Dan's right. You're getting cut out in the beginning there. I only heard part of your acknowledgement. Did you want me to continue?
I've been having trouble with this microphone. Is that any better? This is N1 FTC NCS.
Yep, I heard you that time. It almost sounded like you had the Aries. If it's a Yaesu, it almost sounded like you were having that engaged. But nonetheless, just to answer that question quickly, the reason why is because for a lot of networking, and as you know, on the air nets, standardizing using Zulu time would permit everybody to know what time a net was starting using the generalized zone, because obviously if you said net was at 1800 and there's a guy in California and a guy on the East Coast or a guy in Europe, they all have different local times. So by using the standardized Zulu time would permit everybody to know exactly when the net would be by using that time. And we use the same thing in logistical things for not only the military,
By the way,
as Dan would tell you,
I do
using 24-hour time. But we use it
I
a lot. I'm a truck
will,
driver, so we use
continue
standardized
to
military time
tell
in
you
logistical
a
needs too. Because
random
if I have a dock
that I
time
plugged back in
at 6 o'clock and they tell me, look, be at this place for 6 o'clock, and
because
well, wait
yes,
a minute, do you use 6 in the morning or 6 at night? So of course, we use a standard time of 1800, so we don't get the dock times mixed up. And when you bring that into amateur radio world, it's the same reason. Is the net starting at this time or that time? So using Zulu time would help take care of that confusion. So anyway, hopefully that does it. The start of it, I don't know when it actually began, but obviously longer than I am. So, Phil, back to you. Hope that answered everyone's questions. K1VWQ, Simplex.
Our knowledge a little bit, yeah. And then this is N1 FDC MCS. I used to work at in a shop. It was the same thing. We had a 24-hour clock that way, because it was 24-hour business, the printing industry. So that way there was no confusing of 0600 with 1800. So just to keep all the paperwork straight. And what SFF? N1 SFF. Over to you, Greg. Does it answer any other question?
This is the W1
PO
here.
This is anyone.
That's more or less it did. I'm happy. N1SFF.
This is November 1, Foxtrot Delta Charlie. Key in the microphone a little differently. I shouldn't have any more problems with that. That was an interesting question. Are there any other questions, comments, or announcements for this net? Please call in 1FTC.
Here is November 1, November Papa Echo, Denison, Springfield. 2-meter size commercial tower, no traffic. Good evening, Phil. Good evening to everybody else.
About 20 seconds early, welcoming in 1NBE. Hi, Dennis. Yeah, I was about to give a last call for check-in, so net welcome to N1NBE. Hello, Dennis. Okay, and the last call. Any questions, comments, or late check-ins? It's been very successful. And thank you, one and all. One last call for questions and late check-ins.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1 Sierra Zulu Papa. KC1 SCP Stephen from Field. Pressure power.
Stephen in Winfield. Oh, man. I've seen him before.
Welcoming from Bristol CT, KC1 SCP. Hi, Steve. Welcome. All right, last call. One more time. Questions, comments, late check-ins.
Nothing heard. We had new check-ins. We got the N1 7FJ, I believe, at the end.
With 17 check-ins. Thank you once again, one and all, for joining me this evening on the MTARA Information Net. This has been a regular session of the MTARA Information Net, which is held every Wednesday beginning at 7:30 p.m. At this time, we wish to thank you all for checking in to the W1 TLM repeater system. MTARA. If you use our repeaters, please support MTARA. Membership keeps everything on the air. This is November 1. Foxtrot, Delta Charlie N1 MTC. Turn the repeater back to normal use. Stay tuned for the swap net, followed by the N1 RL. Emergency. This is that I've been doing for 3 years. The N1 RLX. It was be 10 years in November. And this is N1 FDC. We'll be back in about a minute or so. Keep things rolling right along.
I'm back from the updated information. Yes, I have the swap net coming up now, but I will have something to say before everything. In that regard, I'm also gonna need to take a good night's sleep. So I probably should do this one now. But I want to mention that yes, tomorrow I'll be off the air a little bit. Simply because I have math and class I have to study tomorrow morning. And I have lots of weather to do. Friday. Okay. Got everything? Oh. I think we can just...
Again, but do not key repeaters with no call sign. All right, we're going to call that close enough. Does anyone need to use the repeater before we begin the swap net?
Okay.
Good evening once more, and welcome to the MDARA swap.
Before I...
Number 1, Foxtrot.
Yes, I plugged back in my WR120. 100 actually having problems. While I was doing my 120 shuffling. Look. This one's still on channel 2. This one. It's still on channel 6. It actually will swap between channel 6 and channel 7 during severe weather events. This one's on channel 1. This one's the new channel 4. What's this? Yeah. Okay. Hold up 1 second. I'm just gonna take a shower and I'm also going to...
Greg, you were first, and then we'll go to KB2. UZY over to N1 SFF, N1 SFF. This is N1 FTC NCS.
Hey, Josie, thank you. I've got several items to list tonight. First off, I have 3 Valentine Labs antique laboratory grade AC VTVMs, mirrored scales, black textured wrinkled finish, and bakelite meters. And they are illuminated. I'm looking for 30 a piece or best offer. I also have a Tektronix 2240 rack mount oscilloscope. This is a 20 megahertz oscilloscope in perfect condition. I'm looking for 100 for that or best offer. And I've got 2 again, antique laboratory grade AC voltmeters, mirrored cells. Now guys, these would work fantastic for a line voltage monitor. I'm looking for 20 bucks a piece or best offer. I can be reached at 413-326-6003 or on the air. Back to net and 1SFF.
SFF. This is N1 FTC. Any questions for Greg? Call in 1SFF direct. Here we go. Good luck moving some of those goodies during the week to 1SFF. Okay, KB2UZY. KB2UZY. This is N1 FTC NCS. Well, you have to see Brian. Over to you.
1FTC NCS, this is KB2UZY. My name is Brian, and my location is here in Springfield. I have 3 items. Well, I got more, but I'm going to list 3 now. This is a Heil PR781 microphone with the Heil -1, that's the Charlie Bravo -1 base altogether. No box, just both pieces together. I'm looking about 200 for that. And I also have a Yaesu FTM 400 DR, which I'm using right now as we speak, and stand by.
This is the W1TOM repeater, TL127.3.
About that, Phil, I just had a machine just turn on, so I had to shut her off. Yes, repeat again, I do have a Yaesu FTM 400 DR, as I'm working with right now. Excellent condition. It comes with the head control, it comes with the control cable, it comes with the control unit, and a power cord, and a hand mic. And a little stand that holds the head control. I'll look at about $350 for that. Excellent condition. Either can be mobile or /QTH. I use it for either or. And looking about about $350 for that. I also have a Yaesu M-90D as in Delta microphone. No box, just a mic alone. And looking about $100 for that. Also a very excellent condition. I can be reached at 413-505-6121. Again, 413-505-6121. Back to net control.
Should I just call it a mission for this one?
KB2 user Y, this is N1FDC. Okay, some goodies there. Anybody have questions for Brian? Call KB2 user Y direct. This is N1FDC NCS.
Oh man.
Good. Once again, good luck with those. Actually, net control has a want. I'm looking for something in the line of a 3BTV, 3-band vertical. Just looking around, seeing if there are any available. I couldn't really find too much in that line online, so calling one FDC. And I'll continue looking. All right, are there any other listings for the SwapNet? We did at 8 o'clock. Any other listings for the SwapNet?
N1SFF additional.
SFF, N1SFF. What do you have, Greg? Over to you.
Yeah, I've got two meter Magnon antennas, antenna cables, the whole 9 yards. And I'm looking to donate it to an 80 ham N1SFF.
This presents itself. Anybody needing a 2-meter mag mount, call Greg. Anybody should come up with unique Greg is here on frequency quite a bit, as am I. So with that, any other further listings before I close the net? And all this has been a regular session of the Mtara SwapNet. We have built every after the information, excuse the cough there. So at this time we thank you all for checking in. Stay tuned for the N1 RLX emergency Simplex. I will start that in about a minute.
Okay, right here, okay? Just, on Enfield Starville. Where is Mr. Steve? It's time for the N1 emergency Simplex Net. I'm also going to put on the other one. I'm actually going to put on full blast. Yeah, no. The last net's going to begin in about a few minutes. So, be ready. Huh? Is anyone need to use it? For that.
Are we waiting on the next net? N1SFF.
It's been just a little over a minute, just about to get started. Anyone need to use the repeater before we begin?
NOSFF. We've been NOF7FJ. No, it's N1SFF. Just
Another question answered here on the 9-4. All right, no one needs to use a repeater, so we'll start the N1RLX. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie. My name is Philip Net Control Station for the N.
Right there, bud.
That means every Wednesday after the swap net that moves to a Simplex frequency 146.55. The N1RLX emergency Simplex net is a formal net with the purpose to provide emergency communications training to link communities during emergency and crisis situations, answer questions pertaining to Simplex and emergency communications, and most importantly, practice net operations. Are there any stations with traffic or announcements for this net? Please check in now.
stations with traffic or not.
Heard when checking in looking for the following information. Your call sign using private phonetics. Current location name, let's see, power on Simplex. Station you'd like to check in. First letter suffix alpha through Mike. Please call now.
Here is.
Whiskey 1 Juliet Zulu Romeo.
Here is Whiskey 1 Juliet Zulu Romeo. Gary here in Holyoke. And we'll be running 50 watts on Simplex this evening.
And when Quebec for you will come.
This is the W1TOM repeater.
They actually did not really need
127.3.
AMTAOA. What?
This is November 1 India Victor Tango, Dan Holyoke. 5 watts.
I called it.
This is November 1 Sierra Foxtrot, Greg and Indian Orchard will be 50 watts tonight.
And one SFF, I think.
And one FDCN CS for the N1RLX emergency. Starting us off this evening at 50 watts. W1 J5 and one IBDF. And we'll get to Greg at 50 watts. And coming in one FFF. Alright, the next call group is first letter suffix November through Papa. Please call now.
Here is November 1 Papa Victor X-Ray. Stephen Westfield will be 25 watts tonight, Phil.
must be out one whiskey. I'll be 45.
I've watched Steve has joined us. Welcome in one CX. Last call group is first letter suffix Quebec through Zulu. Please call now.
Is KC1VWB, Kilo Charlie 1, Victor Whiskey Bravo, William Southwick. I will be running 20 watts, 50 watts.
Again, to Jerry at 50 watts. Welcome in KC1 WB. Okay, are there any other check-ins for the N1RLX emergency Simplex Net Alpha through Zulu? Please call now.
Yeah. Alright, hold on in my hand.
Heard on Simplex, all call stations in the order that you checked it. Please keep notes of who you can hear, and their signal strength can hear so much better in the winter than in the summer. Also, listen for stations that may have missed us here on the repeater. We will now move the net to 146.55. That's 146, not 55. Please make sure your radio is set to Simplex for changing frequencies. The N1RLX emergency Simplex net this and every week by Captain GRA for use of the repeater. This is November 1. Foxtrot, Delta Charlie. Temporarily signed the 9-4.
I think I got everybody. Let's see. Oh, come on, cat! I don't think they're doing their side slides. I'll check on the other one. If they're doing their side, please let me know.
November 1, Foxtrot.
Building was evacuated.
Apparently W1T is not picking up the signal. Shit. KB1WC. Why no no signal? First time in a while. Normally, W1T actually picks up very well in Chicopee. Not today. N1 PBX. The only one I could potentially get could be November 1 Papa Victor Esquay N1 PBX. A new station alert has arrived! And I'm gonna check N1 PBX. W1 Jason R is not going well. Should. And when IBT, on the other hand, does not. Let's see, N1 PBX. Shut up. There. I just saw it. This could be my first station today. Get good enough from down here. Turn right, hit us. I bet we
Alright, let's see if we can hear Jerry this evening. KC1 VWB. KC1 VWB. Do you copy NCS this evening? Over to you.
maybe I'll be better in reception on my other antenna. Oh, we have better reception on this one. I just want to make sure it's May. And so yes, it does do bad on the winter than in the summer. It does better in the... Let's see. That was a long one.
I know Jerry's there, but I can't hear Ray Linkley. This is N1 FDC MTS.
Oh yeah. You can't really see Jerry tonight. Oh, by the way. I was literally getting ready for my...
AVX, please do. Please call KC1 VWB. I know he's there, but I'm just not getting any audio from him. Over to you.
I don't hear N1 PVX. N1 PVX. Anyways. I think I got the 2. If I can get the 2, then that would be really well. N1 PVX. Stephen Westfield. I think they got no signal on that one line. And yeah. Where's it? So while I'm on PBX, let me hear something from yours.
As a top-tier university extension, we have classes taught by
PVX, N1 PVX, this is N1 FTC NCS. Over to you.
Got it?
The United States picks its president with the Electoral College. 538 votes distributed by population, mostly to the 50 states and D.C. To become president, you need to win a majority of those votes. But 538 is an even number, so what happens when the race for president is tied? An 18th century solution to the problem. If the Electoral College is tied, the House of Representatives breaks that tie. As the name implies, the House is filled with representatives from each of the states. The more people in a state, the more representatives it has, and there are 435 in total. Thankfully, an odd number and a guaranteed tiebreaker. Except, there's a catch. Each representative doesn't get one vote, each state
Actually gets it on pretty well.
So Florida's 27
And we're at
representatives
the
have to
last
sign
check-in on the list, so we're going to go back to the top of the list.
forecasting Florida's
Everyone, Jay's
high. Meanwhile, thinly populated Alaska's sole representative has only to consult himself before casting Alaska's vote. This is an incredibly disproportionate system because just 10 states, California, Texas, New York, Florida, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Georgia, and North Carolina, contain more than half the population of the United States, but get only 20% of the votes if the race for president is tied. And the other 40 states with less than half the population get 80% of the votes. While an exact tie is unlikely, this system is also used if there are more than 2 candidates for president and none of them gets a majority in the Electoral College, which is exactly what happened when 4 candidates ran for president in 1824. Andrew Jackson got the most votes from Americans and the most votes in the Electoral College, but not a majority, so the race was turned over to the House of Representatives voting as states, who picked John Quincy Adams instead. In a modern America with more states, a 3-way race can have horrifically disproportionate results. Consider a third-party candidate who loves the small states and who the small states love in return. He gets the fewest Electoral College votes, but enough to ensure that neither of the 2 more popular candidates gets a majority, so now the House decides the winner, and those 26 smallest states representing just 17% of the population can pick their man as president, even though 83%.
Are there any late check-ins, comments, or questions?
It's unlikely, but it really shouldn't even be possible. Anyway, all this talk of presidents has left the vice president unmentioned. A reasonable person might assume that he just comes along with the president, but when there's a tie, the Senate is independent.
I was getting everybody almost full scale except for the one Jerry, who was coming in probably about 5, perfectly audible.
N1 MHF. N1 MHF, what's the name over there? I missed it on the info net.
We didn't even throw it out there. Name here is Bill. In November 1 Mike Hotel Fox, and we're located here in Chicopee and probably running around 25.
Here, well, maybe you're a neighbor. N1 MHF. Let me look at the Yazoo here and just toss your call out again so I can give you a swing report. When the Chicopee speak order. Yeah, that's down there in the water, quite literally. Oh yeah, I'm up here on the hill. I'm up by the Cumberland Farms on the drive. Back to you. Yeah, well, when Dad bought this place 66 years ago, he had no idea his only son would be a radio man, and I've enjoyed these hobbies now since the 70s. So, yeah, this just by luck happened to be a good spot, right over here off Westover Road. And welcome to you, and welcome on the nets. Anytime, please join in. We've got a nice group over on the 9th floor, and if you're a late nighter, we've got another nice group over on the 7-9 machine also. So a little bit of extra info. And welcome, Bill's name here is, of course, Phil, as you may have copied. All right, are there any other late check-ins, comments, or questions? Jay, all right, go ahead. N1 JZR, N1 FDC, NCS, and yes, the N1 MHF. That's a tradition here. N1 JZR gives extra signal reports. All right, are there any comments, questions, or late checks? Please call now.
This program contains language and material that may be objectionable.
Alright, this is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, closing the N1 RLX Emergency Simplex Net. Thank you one and all. Be listening for you next Wednesday, and of course during the week on the 9-4. N1 PVX, please relay to KC1VWB. The net has been closed. Thank you one and all. Oh, and just carry on.